Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I was talking to one of my friends the other day and we were talking about our disgust for what I eat in a day videos, primarily because they are really pretentious. I always love people sharing their lives online, like I'm just a curious little mouse, but something about the what I eat in a day videos comes with a world of issues that I think need to be talked about. And just so I could put it in a title, what I eat in a day, I am going to be showing you a few meals throughout the week, so not specifically a single day. I've been trying to figure out like what my issue is with these videos because I mean like people can do what they want. I've got my Christmas socks on. But I think my main issue is that they're just not true. Like people don't eat like that all the time. They're not perfect. And another big issue that I have with it is that people compare what they eat to it because the people who are making the videos don't acknowledge the fact that we eat what we eat for so many different reasons. We eat it because we like it. We avoid things because we hate it. We eat because we have different sensory needs. We have different tastes. We have different access to ingredients. We have different budgets for when we're purchasing our groceries. Like there are so many reasons why what I eat in a day is gonna look different to what you eat in a day. So when I see these videos going around, they like really irk me. And it's particularly, I think, when it comes from like fitness influencers and things like that, because when they're sharing their what I eat in a day, people are looking to what fitfluencers and what like fit people eat in their lives as a pinnacle of what they should be eating, or as for some reason, because their body looks a certain way, that means that they're the pinnacle of health. Because I know that they're putting that out there in order to spread the message that what they're eating is better. Like it's a good food because it's clean and it's healthy. And if you're not eating like them, then that's bad and that's unhealthy. And it does my head in because we don't acknowledge any of those things that I spoke about just now, like food access. Think about food deserts, the fact that kids can't afford meals and so they're going to school hungry. Like there's so many things that impact the way that we eat. There is a nutritionist that I follow on Instagram that I think you should all follow because they're amazing. And she talks about how fed is best is just the best protocol when it comes to food. Like it's okay if you go some days without eating a green vegetable. That's not the end of the world and that doesn't make you a bad person. Also okay if you go some days only eating packaged food or only eating convenience foods. It's not the end of the world. And the shame that comes generally from these what I eat in a day videos towards people who do eat like that is just, it's icky. And in the words of the nutritionist, thinking that you're superior because you eat in a certain way that's not accessible to everyone, that's not the flex that you think it is. So I'm gonna kind of keep that in mind, and I want you guys to keep that in mind as we watch today and just see like some of the fun meals that Callum and I like to eat. And to be honest, I've kind of been putting off making this video because I still have so much of that internalized shame. And it's like, oh well, if I post this, I have to make sure the food looks really good, or I have to make sure it looks super healthy, whatever that means. Because there is that like unspoken pressure, and definitely sometimes spoken pressure for like clean eating. And there's also a pressure to do things from scratch. Like if it's not completely homemade and organic, then it doesn't have value or you shouldn't be putting it in your body. Like I've seen so many fitness people online saying,
oh, well, if you don't know how to pronounce the chemical or you don't know what the ingredients are in your meals, then you shouldn't be eating it.
And yet then they go and drink cocktails, or then they go and have a protein bar. And I can tell you for a fact they don't know every ingredient that goes into their meals. I was called out about some of my internalized thinking about this in actually one of my comment videos. One of you guys were asking about my lasagna recipe and I was like, oh, I feel like kind of embarrassed to share it because like I don't make the sauce myself. And then the commenter was like, yeah, but that's fine. It's still your creation and we'd still love to see it. So I was like, yeah, that is completely fair enough. And I agree. It's so silly that I was like, why can't I just share what I eat? Like this is something that makes me happy. It brings me joy. It feels healthful to me. It meets my needs in terms of nutrition. It helps me meet the fed is best mentality. Like why wouldn't I share that? And it's because these videos generally have that super edited, highly curated feel to them. And that's the last little bit of this rant that I'm gonna put in, is that I know that on social media, we all click on things that look beautiful, right? We click on things that look aesthetically pleasing to us. But when then you're trying to share things, how are we ever gonna live up to that impossible standard? And so then we have to curate what we're doing in order to be accepted by others. And it's like, ugh, Nah, my table isn't perfectly set up. I've got shit everywhere. I've got my food on plastic plates because they feel more fun to me than white china. Presentation doesn't matter. What matters is that it tastes good. And this is not me saying that if you want to try and take like that super aesthetic like food photo for Instagram or whatever, that you shouldn't do that, because no, I love looking at those things. But I just want to point out that if you also just want to post whatever food you're eating, however it looks as you're eating it, then that's cool too. I'm a nosy person. I want to know what's happening. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Like, just give me the goss, okay? Give me the info. Let me know what's happening. How did you make that delicious lasagna? Like, tell me. And so with all of that in mind, here are like little bits of clips and stuff of food that we've been eating this week. Callum's plant-based, I'm vegan. We take it in turns cooking. We eat based on our cravings, what we feel like, what ingredients we have left in the fridge. We eat based on Callum's sporting needs. We eat based on the gym. We eat based on my medication and how that works. We eat based on our moods, what we're doing. For example, if we're watching a movie, you know there's gonna be popcorn there. Like, all of that is a way more nuanced discussion, and I think it's worth having, because what you eat in a day and what I eat in a day is gonna fluctuate. And if you can't eat chicken and rice every single meal, that doesn't make you a bad person. That makes you human. Just because other people might have the time to prepare a meal from scratch, just because other people might have the resources to buy organic, non-GMO ingredients, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person for not being able to do those things. And that doesn't mean that what you're eating is not clean or healthful to you. As I'm recording this right now, my beautiful, beautiful husband is in the kitchen and he is making burgers for us because they're delicious. Good protein source. Got some spinach in there. We got our greens. Like, that is a full meal. It doesn't matter how many carbs are in there. It doesn't matter that it came from a package and we didn't make the burger from scratch. And so those are just some of the thoughts that I've been having recently. So here's a few things that we've been eating throughout the week and why we eat them throughout the week. Just to show you that there's more than one reason to eat something, and you're not a bad person if you eat for any reason. You are deserving of nourishment, you're deserving of food, you're deserving of fuel, joy, culture, everything wonderful that comes from what is on our plate or in our cups. Oh God, I've thrown my back out sitting like that. I'm super athletic, I swear.
It's very cold, so this is what's happening. I was gonna have oats because I love oats, but they are not in the kitchen. Where the oats should be, there is nothing. So peanut butter toast. Usually when I start my medication, I get like not hungry, and this is just something that consistently I can eat whether I'm hungry or not. So it's a good source of energy, good calorie dense, good fats, proteins, sugars, everything yum. And that's why we're starting the day off with this. This is the setup this morning. Coffee and peanut butter toast. Whoa. Thick eyebrows. Got a little bit of a cold at the moment, so we're going for ginger, turmeric, lemon, hot water, some brown sugar. Again, veggie, so I don't have honey. I've been kind of living on these recently. They're delicious, and turmeric's a good antiviral, sugar for some energy, lemon for some vitamin C, warm water for my throat. I can't tell you the chemical makeup of turmeric. It's been working for me recently. Been working for Cal recently. He's had the flu. Poor thing. I'm like trying to stay ahead of getting sick, so this is what's happening. I finished my coaching and stuff for this morning, so now I am going to have some noodles because we've got some leftover stuff. Got some greens. I ran out of soy sauce, so we made our own little sauce. Did maple syrup, Hoisin sauce, garlic, chili, onion, all the yummy things. I remember reading this post from that same nutritionist or from that same dietitian that I love on Instagram. And she was basically like how she had a client coming in, and they're talking about people with Alzheimer's or like dementia, and how ice cream or pizza are like the only things that they want to eat or are able to manage. And like in this wellness culture, we're so obsessed with telling everybody what's good and bad for them rather than just acknowledging that we all have separate needs. My grandma passed away recently from Alzheimer's, and like seeing that, I was like, yeah, completely. Surviving is so hard already. Why are we all trying to fit this one impossible standard of what is healthful or what is good? Yeah, gonna pop these in the microwave. Also gonna get a top up of my drink. What I'm excited for if we go back to Hong Kong for Christmas is some like really good dim sum. Oh gosh, I'm waiting for that. This is the setup. Gonna get some sunshine. So nice. Have some noodles and have a break.
I'm going to the gym in about an hour for a couple of hours. So I'm gonna have an hour-long session and then just like stretch and read and maybe go on the bike a little bit while I wait for Callum to finish up work. So I'm gonna have some chia pudding. I would normally have like bread or a banana. I might add a banana or something. I'm having it because it needs to be eaten. And I think the fat from like the coconut milk and stuff will be good for fueling my session. Also because I'm gonna be out for a little bit longer, and that's kind of when my medication should be starting to wear off. Just wanna like make sure I have enough food in me so that I don't crash afterwards. So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do for dinner. I think we might end up just having some like leftover soup or something. Let's make some chia pudding. I've got some maple syrup. I think I'm gonna add some frozen berries and then maybe like a banana. It's actually so cold though. Like Callum eats these frozen berries all the time. My hands are cold just holding the packet. I don't know if this is gonna be it. Maybe an apple? This is the chaos. So we've got apple, frozen blueberries, banana, maple syrup, chia seeds, and coconut milk. I'm really very cold. I don't know whether frozen blueberries are... I don't know. Brain freeze. I've actually had to like immediately stop eating that. My brain, I'm like cold right now. My hands are frozen. I'm a very cold person. I'll have the fruit. I'm gonna have to find something else. Cheese like warms your heart, you know? Just need a little snacky snack. Yeah. Callum's flu that I was dodging so well has caught up to me. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. So I just had, I don't even know what I had for dinner. I think I had some pasta, maybe a little, and then went to bed. But that is what I eat in a day. I hope that wasn't too pretentious. And I hope that gave you an insight into some of the reasons why we eat what we eat. We don't have to always be striving for health. We don't have to always be striving for wellness. We don't have to healthify every food on the planet. You can just enjoy what you like and eat in a way that feels good for you and that helps you survive and nourish yourself. I'll see you next time, guys. New videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Bye.